Hello everyone. In today's how-to short, we're going to cover the topic of road markings and how to turn them off or change them. Um, but before I get started, real quick, I just wanted to say that I have finally set up the Laser Goose Discord server. I'm sorry it took me a while. I actually didn't use Discord all that much, but I've gotten to know it a little bit better, and I've set it up. So it's there. Please join, and we can discuss topics more in depth. There's things I would like to ask users, such as, is Unreal Engine 4 still needed, or should I go ahead and just move to only supporting 5 here on out? Things like that I'd like to know. So please join. Request to get verification. The only way I know to do it so far is to ask you to leave a review on the marketplace page for any of my products that you bought, and leave your Discord username, request access, and I'll verify you. Then you'll have access to all the channels on the server. Let's get into the topic here: road markings. So, easiest way to navigate about this. And I am in Unreal Engine 4 at the moment, but 5 is the same. Just, the way it looks is a little more updated and slick looking. So here is a spline. I'm going to select it. And then what you would do is you come over and you can see your spline meshes right here in the details panel. So if that was not dropped down, you would drop it down. You see one array element, and there is the mesh. I can hit the go to button here, a little magnifying glass, and I browsed right to it. There it is. We'll double click that, open it up, and here's the window. And in this window, we can see the materials that are on this particular static mesh piece that makes up the spline mesh. Here's the double yellow line, and if we want to see, make that bigger, if we want to see what this is, we can hit isolate. Oh, that's the dashed lines there. We want to see what this is, we can hit isolate, that's the side lines. Okay, so let's say we want to turn off the double yellow in the center. Then I would go to use the browse to button here, and you'll see down here in the content browser it browsed to the double yellow line material instance. I will double click that and open it, and here in the material instance it is there. It's just kind of bizarre to see. There it is. I have now added a toggle right here, road marking on or off on the material instances. What you would do is just check that. So I'll check that. When you do this, if it's the first time, you may see down here in the lower right it's compiling shaders, and it'll just take a moment to process. Just wait till that's done. And then I will check the to turn it off. I'll check that. And now the road marking you see there is turned off. I can do the same thing for the other elements. So we'll go to this one right here, dashed lines. And I'll move that there. We'll turn that on. Give it a moment to process. See, it's compiling shaders. It's done. There they are. And I'll turn that off. Boom, they're gone. Okay. And so on. You can do that for the sidelines as well. Right here, sidelines, browse to, open that up, hide road marking. Let's say yes. There we go. They're gone. Okay, and then of course to turn it back on, you would just uncheck that. There it is. Okay, now on the topic of if you wanted to change these. Now, when I was making this, I didn't have the foresight, unfortunately, at the time to consider, well, perhaps people will want to change these. So at this moment, the way to go about doing that, if you want to put your own road markings in here, is either you can turn it off, and then you would go to road marking splines and go to blueprints and drag in the particular marking that you want. So for example, another double yellow there, and then drag it out. And then of course the issue with this is it's a little bit of work because you're going to have to align everything as you would want, right? And you create more spline points, and you have to keep adjusting, and you pull them out, right? And you pull up and hit end to drop it on the surface, and you would work your way around the road. I know that's a crazy curve there. It doesn't make any sense. I'm just showing an example. You would turn the line off, bring in a spline marking, and set it up. Now, it would be easier on a flat surface. With a hill, yeah, a little more work to make sure your points are aligned onto the slope. Okay, now if you wanted to put your own road markings in here, say there's something that's you've got that's wild and you want your own thing in here, then you would need to, at least at this time, export the static mesh piece as an FBX and take it to your preferred modeling program. You can see the UVs and then your preferred way of texturing, however you do that. I like Substance Painter and Substance Designer, and I use Blender myself. So you would, of course, with the static mesh that you want. So I've got this spline. I'll browse to it. There it is. I'd right click on that, go to Asset Actions, and hit Export, and export the FBX file. And I'll show you what that looks like over in Blender, which is free, by the way. Okay, and then if you don't have a modeling program, I myself like Blender, and it's free. You just go to blender.org and then go to download and hit download. It's a great program, and I will open up an FBX in there now. Okay, now in Blender, I've imported the FBX that I exported from Unreal. You just import by going to File and going to Import and choosing FBX, and then of course navigate to where you have put your FBX. Then you can see where the different lines are at. Okay, so center line, dash line, side lines. From there you can see the UVs. Go to UV editing, and so there's center line, for example. So I select it, hit tab, and then I can see the UV there. All right, then you can texture it here, which you'll have to learn a little bit of Blender if you don't know it, or you can take it to your favorite texturing program, like Substance Painter, and then get to work and make your own lines. If you have something real special that you want very custom in there. Now, as for realistic customizable roads, more updates and changes are coming, including some pretty major ones that are in the works. I'll have another video coming up about that. So I hope that helps cover the topic. I tried to do it as quick as I can for a how-to short. If you have questions, please leave a comment below. Also, please leave a comment about the Discord server if you have any trouble joining. I hope to see you there. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.